Hey, what's up? GW coming to you live once again. Hey, first of all, I gotta apologize. I been slacking on the YouTube reviews as well, as trying to deal with all this COVID shit stuff. And there's a lot of stuff going on. And every time I turn around, every time I watch something, I got election commercials flying at me, which they almost drive you not even to bother because they oversaturate you. But I don't want to step on anybody's political beliefs. As I said in previous reviews, if you believe in something, hey, vote for it, do it, whatever. Couple things I want to touch on. First of all, recently the Friday the 13th box set has dropped from Shout Factory. Now, if you haven't got one of these, you need to pick these things up. These things are pretty awesome. I just watched part 3 in 3D. And I got to tell you, it's much better than the 3D versions that were kicked out originally with the little paper glasses. This has a lot of depth to it. There is some surprising pop out. Not a lot. But read about the production of that film and you'll see why there's not a lot. It's almost equivalent to the Jaws 3 3D where they kind of were messing with it, didn't really know what they were doing. But it is definitely a worthwhile collection if you have the money. It sells for about 140, 150 bucks. But you're looking at what, 10 movies? No, more than 10 movies. And you're looking at, because they also include the remake and the Freddy vs. Jason, and I think Jason X was number 10, so 11, 12 movies, I think. Definitely look into it. There's a lot of extras, and if you're definitely a fan of the franchise, you will not be disappointed. Also was announced that Joe Bob Briggs is going to do a Halloween hideaway for Shudder. This seems to be the annual event that, Joe Bob is famous for, not just the last drive-in, but the Halloween thing pretty much solidified his career. And if you haven't seen that, I suggest you get Shudder, $4.99 a month. I always like to prop that because it does actually have a lot of cool stuff. You can find some killer 80s movies on there, movies that I've talked about, as well as, new and original series. And one of the coolest original series that I saw this year is Cursed Films. And I do not remember if I talked about it on here, but if I haven't, definitely look it up. It gives you behind the scenes, you know, creepy stuff about Twilight Zone was one of them. The Exorcist was another one. The Crow. Different films that the production has been, well, for lack of a better word, cursed or, problematic. Severe problems on sets, this, that, and the other thing. Definitely give it a whirl. If you just get the service or if you have a 14-day trial, definitely look up Cursed Films, especially if you're interested in weird things going on around the set. One of the most memorable episodes was the Omen episode, which there's a lot of eerie stuff going on when they filmed that movie, as well as The Crow. Exorcist 2, like I said. Twilight Zone, the movie, was probably the most famous one that that is chronicled with the death of Vic Morrow, the lawsuit, everything. Definitely look that up. A very, very tragic, occurrence is explained. Definitely give that a whirl. Couple other things. Aero Video, who I love very much, decided to put out a copy of Mallrats. And if you haven't seen Mallrats, it's Kevin Smith's second debut. A couple years ago, they released an extended version of the film. And I actually own the DVD copy of that. And I really liked it. Because when I bought the comic book screenplay book, script book, I guess you could say, there was a lot of stuff in there that was not in the theatrical run. Well, like I said, a couple years after its release, Kevin Smith went back to the well. If you don't know Kevin Smith, there's one movie you should check out. Clerks. Clerks is probably one of the best independent made movies ever, as well as it gives you a glimpse and it sets up the whole View, Ask You View universe, so get in touch with that. But Aero Video has done a phenomenal job, not only with the extended version, but you get the hilarious TV cut. Anybody who knows Kevin Smith knows his movies are full of profanity. Seeing the TV censors try to cut this down and make it semi-watchable is laughable. It's almost as good as the Scarface DVD, where the censor had to go through about 200 plus F words, not to mention anything else, everything else. And it's pretty interesting. So check out those two releases. Also, I've been watching another show called Shameless on HBO or Showtime. We had to drop HBO. Cable bill is going skyrocketing high. So you have to, pick and choose your promotions there. And it's a good thing we did pick Showtime because, like I said, if you haven't seen Shameless, it is a series about dysfunctional families, and William H. Macy is incredible in this. His character is a drunk. He plays Frank Gallagher. And you got to just watch a couple episodes, and the show spins all over the place. Definitely an awesome show, and I'm sorry that I didn't give it the chance when I first got Showtime to watch it, because the 10th and final, or 11th and final season is premiering in December. You guys can check your Google up for that. Also on Showtime, it's pretty cool because Dexter is coming back. Now, if you guys have not seen Dexter, Dexter is probably one of the best TV shows, cable shows you will ever watch. It's about a serial killer living in Miami who works with the blood splatter analysis lab, crime unit. And he goes after other serial killers. And Michael C. Hall is fantastic. And at first, when we first got Showtime, I was the one that wanted to check it out. My wife never watched it. Well, she started watching it, and we ended up following it. We went back, watched the whole series. And despite the fact that the last episode didn't stick a landing, that it has a sour taste and, for fans, the rest of the show is awesome. Some of the things they do is just incredible. So definitely look up. It's coming next year. And the producers and the directors and the writers have all said, we're going to erase the ending of Dexter, which, like I said, was the only crappy part about the whole series. Let's see. Gearing up for Halloween. But like normally when we have trick or treat around here, it usually rains or snows or, something. But now you have the weather factored in maybe with COVID, and who knows how many kids we're going to get. But I do like the fact Halloween is on a Saturday. Because most times me and my wife come home from work, we'd not only just get in the house and trick or treat starting, so we had to bust our tail, go outside. And, the kids is awesome. Everybody does it for the kids, give out candy, and, it makes their day, makes their night or day, whatever. And we don't mind doing it. But you feel bad about the kids because, it rains and there's little babies in dinosaur costumes and they freezing, and the mom's like, he can have whatever. But then you end up trying to decide whether or not you want to give a 2-year-old a jawbreaker, even though the mom says it's okay. Because the moms is eating that. You know that. So there's that. Then the other thing that really hit home is, I've been playing the Avengers game quite a bit. And I was kind of excited when I heard they were going to put Black Panther in the game. And then Chadwick Boseman, he passed away. So I went out to Walmart and I bought the Black Panther DVD, the Blu-ray. And I haven't watched it yet. Because when that movie came out, I was like, you know what? No, that's not my thing. I'll stick to the superheroes, Iron Man, and people that I know. And curiosity is right, so I'm going to have to check that out. Definitely I'm going to have to look into that and see what kind of a movie it is, because millions of people saw that movie. So I'm definitely going to have to look into it. So I don't know much about that guy. I know Black Panther was his breakout hit. But I will definitely watch that to get that going. And it's just been crazy. And I do apologize once again because I haven't been doing movie reviews. I haven't been, down here telling you guys about movies that I've watched. This COVID thing and just, life in general, guys, it's getting kind of like, I don't want to use the word tightening up, but it's getting weird. You know, you notice like all kinds of crazy crap since this is going on that you would never notice before. Like people drive, especially at Walmart, they drive erratically. You got to be on your guard. Me and my wife went to Taco Bell about a week ago. No, less than a week ago. And even though there's 50% occupancy, you cannot sit down in the store. So the Taco Bell at Walmart, I'm telling you guys, you can't sit there. It's just not going to happen. You know, which is a shame because eating in your car sucks. I mean, because you got to get the bag, you bend over like this here, you know, the bag down here, trying to hold the bag, getting the food in there, and it sucks. And she wanted to go there, and we ate in the car, and it was miserable. And I hope that they open up Taco Bell because I do like the food. I just don't like the circumstances that you have to eat the food. So stay away from Taco Bell. That's, you know, unless they open up. That's what I'm saying. It's going to get crazy, you know. People wearing masks and face shields. I mean, it's almost out of a sci-fi deal. But I get it. People want to be safe. And then, you know, then you got people saying there's a second wave of this crap coming. And my answer has always been, you know what? We can get by. We get beer at the beer distributor. We get takeout at, you know, the Chinese places. We can go to Eaton Park. But let's just predominantly stay in, you know. And again, you know, I just deal with it. I don't like discussing it because everybody has a different opinion, again, about how being safe, you know, and everything. It's just, it's nuts, you know. I did watch Deep Blue Sea 3. I don't know if I told you guys about that. I don't watch my previous entries. But Deep Blue Sea 3 is pretty cool. It brings back some of the stuff of the original. The ending was, and it was shot on video. So, I mean, it was okay. It was an okay movie. So if you're looking for something on the cheap, definitely look it up. You know, that's pretty much cool. You know, that's about it, you know. Not really too much else going on. I've been playing Hellblade, which if you haven't played that for Xbox is a very, very interesting, unique game, and I suggest everybody check it out, but have patience. Have patience. It's pretty cool. Check the Rad Brad out on YouTube for a walkthrough on that. Nothing else, and I'm hoping, you know, that, you know, maybe after Halloween, I'll do another Halloween countdown of another top 10 scary movies, you know, that I didn't do this year because of everything going on. I was really proud of that entry, you know, especially that and the Tales from the Crypt stuff. I picked up that DVD Monsters. It ran on the SciFi channel for a couple years. And it has a bunch of people, and it's just like, you know, your basic anthology show. Well, I did watch a bunch of them, and they are pretty neat. The earlier ones, though, I got to tell you, buy the whole set. It ran, I think, 3 seasons. The early ones are pretty cheesy, but there is something there. They're like I said, your classic Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Dark Side anthology. Definitely give that a whirl. You can probably pick that up at Amazon. Just look up Monsters Sci-Fi DVD set and you'll check it out. Nothing else new. I mean, I'm reading about the Texas Chainsaw remake, and every time I check it out, it's been delayed production. They fired a director. They're hiring a director. No one really knows where this thing is going to go. But I tell people, you know, if you're looking forward to that, check out a film done by the director who was supposed to direct the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake here coming up. Check out a film called Don't Breathe. That film is awesome. You know, it's one that people go into not expecting much and come out and go, dude, that was bad, dude. That was awesome. Definitely look into that film if you haven't seen it. It will make for a good Halloween night movie. So definitely give that a whirl. Also, I got to tell you about one more movie. You guys probably have seen it many times. Creepshow. Creepshow earlier this year, got a limited director's cut release Blu-ray special edition. And for the first time, you guys get to see deleted scenes that were cut out. They don't add to much. but they are pretty neat to watch. You get to see making of Creepshow. There's a whole ton of stuff, but it is hard to find. I know I had to get my copy from Maine. My Uncle Joe actually was cool enough to go to a place and get it for me because they didn't have it down here. That's what I'm saying. Check it out. So hopefully I'm going to be back. I'm not gone. I'm not retired from YouTube. Everyone's like, dude, why haven't you made another movie? Well, it's just been so complicated around here with things going on, this COVID pandemic thing, and just basic things in general. And I just wanted to apologize, take this time out to apologize to the people that watch me, and try to give you something to check out. I just got done watching Mallrats, like I said. Awesome movie. The extended cut by Aero. Very cool. Yeah, beyond that, just trying to live life, and I think now more than ever, guys, that I do appreciate the people that watch my videos, because now I look at this pandemic thing and I look at people staying in the house, and I'm going to try my best to not only tell you about cool horror flicks that you guys can watch, but I'm going to try to tell you a little bit about other stuff that I know just to keep you entertained. Like, because if nothing's going on, you're stuck in the house or you're quarantined or something like that, and you guys want some cool entertainment, I'm going to try to direct you. Now, you don't have to listen to me at all. You don't. But I'm just going to try to help you pick some cool stuff out and, try to help you guys out. That's what I'm going to try to do. And I do thank God, that people do watch me and that I do reach people. And I just thank you for everybody that, takes a hit on my channel. So I'm going to try to be back. And like I said, after Halloween, I'm going to give you guys some other cool films. I'll have to go back and check out what I did before last year and try to give you some new ones, so you guys can check it out. But I just wanted to say, hey, man, that's what's going on. Nothing else going on but that. Who knows? So anyway, this is GW telling you there'll be more to come later. Peace.